Imagine you're 55 years old. You have a comfortable home and a loving family. You're planning your retirement and ready to step into the next chapter of your life. But then one small event turns your whole world around and you find yourself homeless, living on the streets, not knowing where your next meal will come from or even where you will sleep. This was the unfortunate reality for 68-year-old Mihalis Samoulis.
I had a truck, a lorry. I had a business and I was working, but in 2012, somebody stole my truck and I left without a job. I didn't have enough money because of the crisis that hit Greece and I was too old to find a job. I survived with the money I had at the bank. 1 year, I spent 42 days on the road.
Experiencing homelessness could include living outside, living in shelters, living in a home with no basic utilities such as water, or could even be long-term or short-term couch surfing. According to the European Federation of National Organizations working with the homeless, in Athens there are an estimated 17,000 people living on the streets, but overall there are expected to be around 500,000 homeless individuals living around the city. 39-year-old Maria Melexeni from Athens, who lives in her aunt's house and remains much lower than the poverty line, explains that she has no stable job or working electricity. After experiencing multiple family deaths, serious illnesses, and the collapse of a family business, her circumstances have only worsened. At the time, my mother was a freelancer, so there was not much work. I had a normal job so I could contribute to the family. However, my brother had two issues. One issue with his leg that had a bandage and he couldn't work, and after he recovered a year and a half later, he developed another problem with the same leg. There are a variety of reasons why one may end up experiencing homelessness, such as addiction, trauma, financial hardship, and mental health issues. An example of an event that caused everyday people to experience intense hardship was during the 2010 economic crisis in Greece. According to the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, the crisis left the country with 30% of Greece's population in poverty. Although there are many different resources for individuals experiencing homelessness, there is no one-size-fits-all solution. Maria Nicolaou, team leader of Emphasis Nonprofit, a homeless organization in Athens, explains how it is difficult to eliminate homelessness, but there are things everyone can do to help. Start with a simple task and ask what they need. Could be breakfast in the morning. Could be providing information about things we are not able to do. Could be as simple as offering a book that inspires them to be more active in life. It doesn't matter what. When we see their smile, it's the best feeling. In Athens, there are over 10 different organizations dedicated to helping the homeless community, such as Skedia, City of Athens Reception and Solidarity Center, Adopt Your City, and Caritas Athens, showing that there is support for those facing homelessness and no one has to go through it alone. Victoria Halavamvidi, a volunteer for Exit Your Mind, a homeless organization here in Athens, explains her favorite part about volunteering with the homeless is getting to learn people's stories and making them feel seen and appreciated.
You get to learn many things, from the saddest stories to the best stories ever. So I think it's just nice being able to give these people a voice and that they matter.
Although there has been much improvement on how homeless people are viewed, common stereotypes still exist. But Dimitra Peleki, summer intern at Emphasis, wants to change the ideas surrounding homeless people and show that they are just like everyone else. I want them to know that there are people like us. They are not inferior. They are people who have been through difficult situations and have found their way there. So we have to treat them as equals and not as inferior or bad people. So, the next time you're walking down the street and see someone like Mihalis or Maria, don't look away. Smile, say hello, and ask how they're doing. Because sometimes the smallest act of kindness can remind someone that they still matter.